everyone, welcome to Rits and Bits. Today we'll talk about Gocta Falls and some do's and don'ts. I just wanted to give you a quick summary. I've written an article on it, so I'll link it below if you want to read the full version. This is a summarized video and just some thoughts on it. So Gocta Falls is in Peru, and it is supposedly the third tallest waterfall in the world. It's still being debated. If you're coming from a different country, it might be something you would probably miss because there are bigger, better things like Machu Picchu, etc. to see. So if you are in Peru, now this is definitely one of the places that you want to visit. Yeah. Now, I wanted to do this video because there were certain things that were amiss in our trip, and I wanted to just point those out so you don't sort of make the same mistakes we did. So some of the do's are that you fly LATAM Airlines to Haiyan Airport. That's a very small airport, so carry your own snacks and water. The airport is roughly 4 hours away, but it takes roughly 5 hours or so because of the road conditions, and I'll talk about that in just a bit. We stayed at the Gocta Lodge, and that's one of the best places to stay, and I would recommend staying there. The views are amazing, the place is nice, the food is good, overall really great. So if you are looking for a place to stay, check out Gocta Lodge. Um, Now, in terms of the travel there, Gokta Lodge can also arrange your transportation, and I'll talk about this a little bit later. Now, the whole reason that you would go to Gokta is really to do the trek to the falls itself. The trek itself is very nice, but it's very, very tiring. So I would recommend taking the horse. Hire them; they're not very expensive. Um, there's a person that comes with it, and that makes your life much easier. Even if you're somebody who sort of treks every day, that's a nice mix to have the horse, because the horse really goes sort of halfway there, and then the halfway you trek, so you get best of the both worlds. And the trekking is I mean, it's well defined, but it is a bit difficult to do. So get your usual gears, etc., that you need. Make sure you carry enough water with you. Now, the pro tip here is to take a day's break after this particular trek, because it is really, really tiring. Yeah. So keep a day free, and then just you could use that day to just relax or just walk around if you're feeling better. But that day would really help you recoup. The lodge itself offers many tours, so I would recommend taking only the tour to Keulap. Rest everything you could give it a miss. Keulap is a very nice place. It's sort of 1.5 hours away. They take you there safely. You go into the cable car. It's around 20 minutes really. The cable car ride is quite nice, and then the whole Keulap historical place is quite nice. Yeah, well worth the trip. A few other things. Carry your meds. Roads are very windy. Coming Gokta, going to Keulap. And the last thing I would say is take your own water bottle, because the lodge itself fills it for you, so you don't have to buy water. Now I'm going a bit quickly here because I wanted to keep the video short. And if you want, you can. All of this is in this article that I'll link below. Now, before I go into don'ts, if you've reached this far, please consider clicking on the subscribe button. It costs nothing to you, but it'll do wonders for the channel. So while I sort of rant on here, just go ahead and click that subscribe button. I'll really appreciate. And if you'll appreciate the effort, just click on the like and the bell icon as well. Thank you. Now, quickly on to the don'ts. The don't is you don't really need a guide for the trek, but Gokta Lodge offers this Gokta Falls tour as well. And what that does, it gives you a guide which sort of just walks along with you. And when you're in the horse, it walks with the horse. And you really don't need that, because with the horse, there's a person that comes already, and they take you halfway there. And the rest of the way is well defined. There's no way that you're going to get lost. So I wouldn't really waste money on taking a tour here. You might as well just pay for the horses, and that way you have a guide as well as you get to trek. The other point, and this is an important one on the travel, make sure you don't take a local taxi. There are many available online as well. We did book one online. We didn't realize that they don't really come with any air conditioning, and the place is really, really hot, and the road is under repair. It's so dusty. You'll really need an air conditioning where you can really roll the shutters up. And the price difference, I don't think would be worth that pain that you go through of not having a good transportation for like 5 hours. So get the taxi from the Gocta Lodge, and that will sort you out. Um, Now, the other thing I would say is if you're not going for all the tours, just get your rooms separately and pay for your meals separately and the tours separately. That way, you don't have to buy the package and it comes out to be cheaper. Um, the next point would be to book your tours directly at the lodge. That way, you can get the kids' rates if you're traveling with kids. If not, it really doesn't matter. You could book it in advance from the reservation center. I was surprised to learn that the reservation center actually does not offer kids rates. So we got better rates just by mere fluke that we booked directly at the lodge itself. And the last point is there's a nice bird watching place nearby. Now I put this in don't because we are not really big on bird watching, but if you are, there's a nice little place. You'll have to wait a lot to see sort of one nice hummingbird with the long tails. But if you are into bird watching, it's well worth it, and it helps the local economy. So that's something nice. Ideal itinerary: day one, Lima to Gokta. Day two, do the trek. Day three, take rest. Day four, do the Keulap trip. Day five, come back to Lima, and yeah, and that's it. This is the view that you get from the room. Really nice. And if you reached till here, if you stayed so far, please do consider subscribing. Like I said, it doesn't cost you anything, but it'll do wonders for this channel. And click the like and the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.